new 2A NCISAA champion will be crowned today. O'Neill looks to rewrite history after 4 state championship losses in the last 6 years, while Wayne wants redemption too after losing by 25 in last year's final game. Welcome into North Raleigh Christian Academy, joined by former Leesville forward Kyla McGee. I'm Anna Whitty. Thank you so much for joining us here on BahakelSports.com. O'Neill guard Ashanti Fox is the big reason why her team is averaging 70 points per game. Fox is a lefty, putting up 25 points per game. What allows her to find so much success within her team's offense?
You know, Fox, she's shifty, she's quick, her handle is really tight, and being a lefty puts her at advantage, confusing the defender and making sure her defender can't get in front of her.
Fox, a big piece for the Falcons, where the Chargers guard Kyra Davis leads the team and with 3 assists per game. This is a team who shares in points across the board. Who must be available for Davis today?
You know, Jada Vanderhorst really has to step up. She leads the teams in points per game, so she and Davis must really work on their 2-man game and do it and run it efficiently to create those opportunities for one another.
Seconds away from tip here at North Raleigh Christian Academy. O'Neill Falcons Wayne Country Day Chargers starting 5 is Shedrick, Davis, Vanderhorst, Teeter, and Smith. Before we get over to O'Neill Falcons, let's take a look at how we got here. O'Neill Falcons defeated Caldwell Academy 65-35 in the semifinals. Wayne Country Day beat Rocky Mount Academy 57-44 in the semifinals Tuesday night. Wayne Country Day. And the head official for today's game is Joe Korosteinski. Starting a lineup for the Falcons is Fox, Judd, Hamner, Moore, and Johnson. 2 teams looking for redemption here today. They've been in these state title championship games before and looking to finally get a result. And we are underway from North Raleigh Christian Academy. Moore wins the ball for the Falcons. Falcons passing the ball around the perimeter, slow to start their offense. Fox for a long-range 3, misses, rebounded by Johnson. Johnson in the corner, finds Moore. Fox slowing down the offense from the point. No shot clock in high school basketball. That's intercepted by Davis. Kyra Davis picks the ball up, slows it down, giving it to Smith. Davis drives, gets fouled. That one will go against the Falcons and number 10, Kennedy Moore.
You know, we're seeing the Falcons have a good, patient offense, but defensively they do look a little frazzled, so I'm wondering how they're going to communicate and work that out.
Intercepted, and Moore, that's Davis, misses the shot. Rebounded by the Falcons. Fox drives the lane. Rebounded. That'll be a jump ball between the 2 sides.
You know, I love the aggressiveness by Fox, but, you know, sometimes you just have to pull it out. There were 3 people from Wayne already in the paint. You know, you just have to pull that out and then get something going on offense. Ashanti
Fox, big leader for the Falcons, 25 points per game. A guard who typically does it all for her side as Chargers, and that's Vanderhorst puts it up for 2. Fox misses and stay in possession of the Falcons.
You know, that's a great hustle play by Vanderhorst. She goes down, makes the layup, and then she's sprinting back on defense to get that block on Fox.
Fox restarts it for the Falcons. Fox drives, long-range jumper, misses, rebounded by Smith. Madison Smith, the tallest player on the team, best defensive rebounder, averaging 5 a game for the Chargers. Wayne Country Day Chargers led by their head coach, Latina Thomas. This is her first season as a head coach. Stepped in midway through the season, her second year with Wayne. Shot, miss, rebounded by Smith. Pass back out. Straight through the hands, and good defensive play by O'Neal.
You know, the Chargers, they're playing a little bit too fast for my liking. They just need to slow it down. I know this is a big game, big opportunity, but when it comes down to it, those possessions are going to be crucial.
Kennedy Moore, starting point guard for the Falcons. Johnson in the corner, blocked by Smith.
And that was a good rotation defense by the Falcons. You can see they're in a little bit of a zone, but that was a good rotation because sometimes you're not out there quick enough in the zone.
Madison Smith with some big defensive blocks to start out the game for Wayne. Ball batted down, eventually won by Johnson. Moore for three. Misses. Smith with the rebound. Smith inside. Fox almost rebounds, pass back out. Easy layup miss. Hamner there to put it back up.
And that's good by Hamner. She's just following the ball because sometimes your teammates don't know and they might just hang out back at half court.
High pressure from Falcons. Chargers eventually get out of the press.
And that's a good defensive call to go into a press. You got to get your team going somehow in a low-scoring game in the first quarter.
Game tied up 2-2 here at North Raleigh Christian Academy. Smith under the basket gets fouled by Judd. Shot, missed, rebounded by Hamner. Moore down the other end of the floor, 2v1. Moore puts it up. Rebounded by the Chargers. Smith finds Vanderhorst, who finds Davis, misses. Goes off the toe of Cedric. Substitution, Hamner comes off the floor for Gianna Mayhew, the freshman guard. She's a big impact player for the Falcons. Shot from Fox, hits the three.
And that was a good, confident shot. You know, her shots weren't falling in the beginning, but you still got to keep shooting, and that's what a shooter does.
Davis dribbles inside. That'll travel from the point guard. Fox with a big three for the Falcons to pull away. Chargers started with no momentum. What have you seen the Falcons be able to do to get some momentum themselves?
I think having that play call and having Fox at the top and around the half-court line pressuring the ball, you're getting steals, you're getting deflections, and then that brings confidence as an offensive player to get those shots up.
Inside to Johnson. Johnson looks to turn Smith. Kicks it out to Fox. Fox hits the three. Misses. Fox looking for the back-to-back three-point shots. And that will be the first media timeout here at North Raleigh Christian Academy. O'Neal leads Wayne 5-2 with just under 4 minutes to go in the first quarter. Stick with us. More 2A girls basketball right after this.
Oh man, there's nothing I love more than a good trail mix. But a mountain bike trail, not so much. Oh hey, my pedal. Wonder where the other one is.
From urgent care to your full recovery, Ortho Carolina is there every step of the way.
Good day though. Good day.
Being local matters. It's why we have local
Anything you
agents
wanna
whose
talk about out of this
hometown
break?
is your town. And that's why we're proud to have North Carolina in our name.
Okay.
North Carolina Farm Bureau Insurance,
you turn,
helping you is what we do best.
Today's broadcast of the NCISAA Basketball State Championship is brought to you by North Carolina Farm Bureau Insurance of North Carolina, the better choice. Welcome back inside North Raleigh Christian Academy, where the Falcons lead the Chargers 5-2. Big three-point hit by Ashanti Fox for them to get that lead.
Yes, that was. But then also on the front end, before the media timeout, she did take a shot that wasn't so smart in her end, and you can see the frustration on the bench a little bit. So hopefully they had time to calm down and regather.
Davis restarts for the Chargers. Teeter finds Smith inside. Shot, and then before she travels, that'll be travel by Vanderhorst inside the paint. Wayne Country has size to their advantage. Falcons don't have a single player over 6 feet tall. How do the Chargers start to use their height to their advantage here?
I think honestly the Chargers need to go into a high-low. You have to beat them a one-on-one kind of in the paint situation.
Mayhew stays with it, finds more inside to Johnson, misses the two. Jump ball. Falcons will stay with it.
I'm loving the aggressiveness from both teams, but I'm hoping they transfer that energy more into their offensive play.
Teeter finds Smith. Vanderhorst stays with it. That'll be another jump ball.
I got it.
Ball all the way out to Teeter. In the corner to Davis. Davis, the point guard and leading scorer for the Chargers this season. The senior point guard. Ball inside to Vanderhorst. Pops out to Teeter. Vanderhorst travels.
You can see the Chargers trying to do a high-low with Smith and Vanderhorst in down low, but O'Neal's doing a good job doubling those posts, so they need to look more on the kick out and get those passes out quicker.
Jada Vanderhorst, 6 feet tall for the Chargers, sophomore post player. Mayhew over to Fox. Mayhew for three. That will be short. Rebounded by Johnson for two.
And that was just good. She stuck with it. Nobody really truly boxed her out from the Chargers, so I'm really glad she stuck with that shot.
Chargers slowing down their offense, not trying to get out too quickly as Teeter throws it to Davis. Ball inside to Smith, misses. Rebounded by Judd. Fox goes out quickly. Fox will, and the Chargers will get the ball back.
It seems to be a carrying call. We saw in the beginning they were checking out the dead spots on the floor, so I'm sure she felt the need to pick up the ball a little bit more to get a little bit more bounce.
Davis finds Cedric, and Fox wins it. Stolen away, but she'll be fouled. Trying to find the outlook in Mayhew. Fox slow to get up, but she is good to go. Foul will go against Kyra Davis. Johnson will come off the floor. Hamner will come back on. Kennedy Hamner, sophomore forward, does a lot of the dirty work for the Chargers. Extremely vocal leader, just as an underclassman. Hamner sets the screen for Fox, misses. Teeter comes down with it.
And I want to see more ball movement from the Falcons just because Chargers are in a zone. So in order to beat a zone, you have to pass and attack those gaps.
Ball in the corner, shot by Cedric. That'll be short. Moore out in transition, has Mayhew, intercepted and stolen away by Vanderhorst.
And Vanderhorst is just doing a good job running up and down the floor. She's a big, but she can also get there, which is good to her advantage.
Not able to connect that pass is Davis over the head of Smith. You can see the confusion on Smith's face as well as that ball goes through her hands. A little bit of disconnect for the Chargers offense.
Yeah, you can see Vanderhorst is really trying to say that, we just need to slow down. They got that steal. You can just walk the ball up at that point. You just have to finish this quarter strong and get some momentum going for the offense.
O'Neill speaking with their head coach, and Ortho Carolina is proud to serve as the official orthopedic care provider of the NCISAA. Ortho Carolina is committed to empowering those who may be impacted by injuries. In partnership with the Hurt mobile app, Ortho Carolina provides free, on-the-go, real-time access to the orthopedic specialist 365 days a year. Prepare yourself now for those unexpected moments by downloading the Hurt app. Ortho Carolina, committed to being the better choice. Falcons leading the Chargers 7-2. 1 minute left in the first quarter of the 2A NCISAA state championship game. Ball moving around the perimeter. Fox drives. Has Hamner for the long range two, rebounded by Teeter.
And you can see the O'Neill bench yelling, move the ball. That's because you have to move the ball in order to beat that zone.
Smith looks to drive. There'll be a foul called against O'Neill. Number 4, Kennedy Hamner. Kyra Davis rather, will go to the line for the first time today for Wayne Country Day. After the timeout, the Chargers were able to collect themselves, be able to connect some passes. What was the difference?
I think the difference is you have to get the ball into Teeter's hands. It seems she's the one setting up those plays for the offense to run smoothly. And I think after you just have a breather, you're gonna be fine. You're gonna recollect yourself and get your momentum going.
Davis hits her second free throw attempt, cuts the lead for the Falcons down to 4. 20 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Fox back at the point. Fox beats Davis, finds more for 3, short. Hamner rebounds and gets fouled underneath the basket by Vanderhorst.
And it looks like Hamner was untouched down there on the paint. Vanderhorst, Smith, all of them, they had the height advantage. They should be pushing, find the body once that shot goes up, and you have to box out.
Hamner will go to the line for the first time this afternoon. This O'Neill Falcons side is led by head coach Donna Taylor. She's in her 3rd season, was an assistant for the last 2 years with the Falcons, so has been around this team, knows what it takes to get results, and they've done just that. Only 1 loss this season. They've gone 10-0 in conference play.
I think that's really crucial to have a coach that's been with these girls along the way, because you have to build that relationship.
Rebounded by Mayhew, and Mayhew will throw it away. That'll be the end of the first quarter between the Falcons and the Chargers. Falcons lead the way 7-3 here from North Raleigh Christian Academy. Stick with us. More action here on BahakelSports.com.
A 988 is the number that can make a difference.
It's a number to use when you need help
and don't know where to turn.
Call, text, or chat 988 day or night.
The number where someone will always be there to talk.
The National Suicide and Crisis Lifeline.
Learn it, know it, share it.
Because you never know when you
or someone you know may need it.
Talk with someone who cares and get to a better place. Call, text, or chat 988 24/7. 988. Let's get through it together.
question. At North Carolina Farm Bureau Insurance, being local for our customers and their families matters. That's why we're a proud supporter of the NCISAA. Whether it's supporting student athletes or giving back to local communities, North Carolina Farm Bureau Insurance is here when you need us. Welcome back inside North Raleigh Christian Academy. It is the second quarter between the Falcons and the Chargers. O'Neill leads Wayne 7-3. Johnson. Moore finds Fox at the point. Fox drives. Long range two. That is rebounded by Vanderhorst. And a foul will be called against Johnson.
And you can hear Coach Taylor over here on the O'Neill bench emphasizing move the ball, move the ball. That was a good shot. It was open for Fox, but, there was probably one more open shot out there.
Fox leads the score for her team, has 3 points after hitting a three, and Johnson has 2, Hamner has 2. Not too much action going on in the first quarter as that ball gets tapped out of bounds by Fox. Wayne only has 1 basket from Vanderhorst in the first quarter. What has to be better in their offense to get some more points?
You can see they're kind of uncomfortable running an offense half court-wise. You can see that transition bucket from Vanderhorst came from a steal in transition. And so I really think they do need to be careful with their passes and just slow down.
Smith not able to collect that pass, so it'll go out of bounds back into the hands of O'Neill. See some of the frustration from Wayne headed over back into the second quarter. Good ball movement by O'Neill. Moore gets blocked, but not before she gets fouled. That'll be the second foul in the row by Vanderhorst.
You can see Vanderhorst, she goes up for the shot, but then the foul is when she swats down. And as a post, you need to be disciplined and just go straight up.
Moore will go to the line for the first time this afternoon. Hamner wasn't able to connect on her first free throw attempts. Moore not able to connect on this one. Moore is only a freshman. She's been that designated point guard all season long for the Falcons. Last year, she was an 8th grader playing for the high school team. So even though she's a freshman, she does have that experience with this team. Rebounded by Fox, and she'll get fouled for the 3rd time by Vanderhorst.
Even though we touched on it a little bit, how Wayne Country Day is going to have that size advantage, O'Neill's doing a really good job attacking the boards and just rebounding, and the Chargers really need to be disciplined with boxing out.
Vanderhorst is a big scorer for Wayne, 15 points per game. How does O'Neill now take advantage of one of the top players now sitting on 3 fouls early on in the second quarter?
I think now they really have to emphasize moving the ball, attacking the gaps, because once you drive, the only shot blocker is Smith. And if you have her outside of the paint, then you can open that up for an open layup even.
High press by the Falcons. Teeter looking to pass out, can't do it. Fox for 2, gets fouled for the N1.
And you can see Fox, she misses those 2 free throws, but then she gets it back on defense.
Can't do it. Fox for 2.
I love the effort.
Gets fouled for the N1.
Full court press off of a missed shot.
Full court press certainly helping the Falcons stay on top, 9-3 over the Chargers. Wayne Country Day not able to put together too many offensive opportunities early on in the second quarter. After this free throw attempt from the Falcons, how do they get back into their winning ways and connect?
I think they really have to find those players that really got them here. You have Davis, you have Vanderhorst, and you have other players that contribute in their ways. I feel like they are a little bit frazzled right now. It's a big moment, big energy inside, but they just need to calm down. You need to pass the ball, make smart passes, and great decisions when you're attacking the basket.
Continuity has been the key for the Falcons all season long. They have a healthy amount of upperclassmen, freshmen. They have stayed together, and they have committed to the process according to Coach Taylor. These 2 teams played against each other early on in 2022, so they haven't seen each other this year, but have seen each other in the past. Fox not able to hit that free throw. High press again from the Falcons. Intercepted by Hamner. Finds Mayhew and Fox underneath. Rebounded by Smith. Fox wins it again, hits it. Davis out in transition, picks up the ball and travels it.
And you can tell the Falcons are really frazzling the Chargers right now. The Chargers feel the need to speed up, but they need to, if I was Coach Thomas, I would come up with a press break to beat their press.
Johnson for three, makes it. Huge streak by the Falcons, 7 points, 7-point run by O'Neal. Teeter looking to bake the press again. A lot of pressure and Moore strips it, takes it home for 2.
You can see the Chargers don't have a set press break, and you can see the Falcons are more in a man press, so once that person gets it, you need to clear out, and then you have one other ball handler staying in the back with them.
Coach Thomas and her side trying to figure out how to break through this O'Neal press. Haven't done it yet. Falcons have now scored 9 uncontested points in the second quarter. Substitution made by the Falcons. Judd will come onto the floor for more.
And we finally see the ball in Davis's hands, bringing it up the floor. So hopefully she can find an offensive rhythm here in the second quarter.
Smith driving, turns, misses. Rebounded by the Chargers. Teeter throws it back up, gets fouled by Johnson. Chargers finally figure out how to break through the Falcons' press. Teeter will go to the line for the first time this afternoon. Madison Teeter, sophomore, averaging just over 8 points a game this season for the Chargers. Rebounded by Davis, makes it.
And as we said down here, Chargers weren't boxing out, the Falcons weren't boxing out. Davis had a clear open lane to get that putback.
Defense, the key piece for both sides. Offense really clicking for the Falcons. Chargers slowly getting back in it. In the corner as Judd misses the 3. Teeter comes down with it. Across the floor, Smith catches it, and Davis will slow it down for the Chargers. Smith turns, hits it.
And that was a good controlled spin move by Smith. You see her man over, she cheated over and tried to cheat on the other side. Smith recognizes that and just spins right over.
Smith cutting the Chargers' loss down to just 8. Stolen away by Davis. Foul will be called against O'Neal. This time it's against Tamaya Judd. Tamaya Judd, senior forward. This will be her last basketball game. Coach said she is committed to going to UNCG as a student next year. Press again from the Falcons. Davis trying to beat Fox. Another foul called against Fox.
And you can see Fox is frustrated with that call, but I have to agree, she did not beat Davis to the spot. You have to run and you have to stop her and then make her force her to make a move to the other side. You can't just keep riding her on the side.
You can see the intensity from Ashanti Fox. Coach Taylor says she's a player who plays with that dog mentality. She's intense, a left-handed player who either plays at the 1 or the 2 all season for O'Neal, just a junior as Davis hits this free throw attempt. Chargers slowly finding their way back into this game offensively. Davis hits her second free throw attempt. Fox being double teamed. She'll dribble out of it. Drive. Hits the layup.
And like we talked about in the beginning, she just has that advantage of going left-handed. Nobody cut her off, and so she could just use her dominant hand.
Cedric looking to find Smith underneath. Rather, that's Grayson Perry. A little too high.
That was a smart decision from Cedric, but you know, you have to let that defender commit first, and then that's a bounce pass. Always know the rule. If there's a defender between you, you have to pass that a bounce pass.
Moore passes it off to Fox. Fox for three. Rebounded again by Fox. Goes through everyone for Fox to try the three again. Perry pulls it down. Timeout called by the Chargers, who have cut this loss just down to 8 points. And we will take a timeout as well. O'Neill leads Wayne 18-10. Just under 4 to go left in the second quarter. Stick with us. More 2A girls basketball action right after this.
A 988 is the number that can make a difference.
It's a number to use when you need help.
And don't know where to turn.
Call, text, or chat 988 day or night.
The number where someone will always be there to talk.
The National Suicide and Crisis Lifeline.
Learn it, know it, share it.
Because you never know when you
Or someone you know may need it.
Inside North Raleigh Christian Academy. Teeter hits the two at the other end of the floor. Fox attempts this one, can't hit it, and Teeter will rebound. Smith over the top finds a wide open Davis under the basket for two.
And that's the default of having that full court pressure in the front end. You have to make sure that somebody is back at all times as soon as that shot goes up.
Only a 4-point lead now by the Falcons. Mayhew for three. Makes it. Mayhew with her first points of the afternoon.
And like I said, you just have to pass to get through that zone. One defender had it. They overload on the side and gives Mayhew that open three.
A lot of really good ball movement from the Chargers. One end of the floor to the next, using the width of the court. As Davis tries to pass it off, Moore steals it away. Can't connect. Fox will keep with it in the corner. You can see the frustration on her face as she can't handle that ball.
That one's a little bit on Moore. I know you tried to lead you want to try to lead your guard to that layup, but you also have to be smart and make sure you're placing it in her hands with the defender in the back.
Timeout call between O'Neill and Wayne Country. Now a 7-point lead by the Falcons. Now that Wayne Country has found their way back into this game, they're connecting, they're passing all over the floor. What's the next missing piece to get the ball in the bucket?
I think now they really need to pick up their offensive movement. I know they're getting a lot of transition buckets, but now you just have to make sure and show them that you can also score in the front end, which makes O'Neill pull back on their press.
O'Neill with that high press all afternoon so far. Everyone goes through tough times. You don't have to do it alone. Dial 988. Talk with someone who cares and get to a better place. Call, text, or chat 988 24/7. 988. Let's get through it together. Still plenty of action left to be played in the first half. Just under 2.5 to go between O'Neill and Wayne Country. Coach Taylor spoke about this rivalry, really, between the two sides, both well-coached teams. Last year, Wayne Country was able to crash the boards against O'Neal, who doesn't have that size factor. O'Neal has really noticed that and has made some defensive changes to not allow that here today.
Yeah, and you can feel that rivalry. The gym is loud. Everybody's here. They're up, standing up, cheering. But I think that O'Neal's doing a really good job crashing the boards and not letting height be a determining factor in this game.
Fox gets a tip on that ball. Chargers will stay with it. Both of these teams have been in the championship game before. Wayne Country lost it last year. And O'Neal has been in this position 4 times in the last 6 years. Smith, inside, turns, Judd misses the 2. Foul will be called against O'Neal. 2 shots for Smith. She'll go to the line for the Chargers, and that's really how the Chargers have inched back into it, is those free throw attempts. Foul will be called against Kennedy Moore.
Yeah, and I'm loving the aggressiveness by Smith. You know, she's recognizing her defenders all on her, and she knows that she can take her off the dribble.
Smith hits her first free throw attempt. You mentioned Wayne Country wanting to play inside and out to try and break up this O'Neal team. It's really been Smith being able to drive inside. If she doesn't make the basket, she's getting fouled often. Smith doesn't make that second free throw attempt. Judd drives, finds Mayhew. Smith all over the back of the Falcons, but this will go back into the possession of the Chargers.
You know, Smith is everywhere on the floor. She's really becoming that leader for her team and find that spark for them offensively and defensively.
Chargers still in their backcourt. A lot of people encouraging them to get forward. They do. Smith looking for Davis, but it'll go straight into the hands of Perry.
You see that's a little miscue there by Smith and Davis. She thought Davis was looking for the ball on that cut, which that's on Davis. She really needs to be looking, and she was open. So you just got to have your head up at all times.
Judd in the corner, drives. Mayhew for 3, misses it. Rebounded by no one, goes off the hand of Judd. Teeter breaks the press. Davis finds Teeter underneath. Teeter kicks that ball a little too much, and head official Joe Korosteinski will give it back to the Falcons. Fox in no real rush to restart the offense for the Falcons. Falcons lead by 6. Just over a minute to go in the first half. No shot clock in high school basketball, so Fox just taking her good old time. Vanderholt hits the 2.
And, you know, that's also on the Chargers. They have to apply that ball pressure and not allow O'Neal to get into an offensive set.
Chargers break the press, find Smith, who can't handle that ball, trying to find Perry underneath. The high pressure from the Falcons has slowed down the Chargers and really rushed them to try and make difficult decisions. Why are the Chargers sitting back defensively?
I don't know. Maybe it's a fatigue thing. It might be they just want to slow it down. They want to gather their breath so then they could get those transition buckets on defense. But you heard in the call earlier that—
And the corner is Michael, misses. Rebounded by Mayhew. That will go out of bounds.
Yeah, you hear like on the call earlier, the coach really wanted to emphasize ball pressure and not let them get into the paint so easily. So they need to pick that up in the second half.
Davis, 5 seconds to go, finds Smith for three. Misses, goes off the arm of Perry, and Falcons will get it with 1 left on the clock. One last shot from Fox. Almost makes it. The crowd would have gone absolutely wild here at North Raleigh Christian Academy. The Falcons still lead by 8, and there is plenty of action left to go. First half action, O'Neill leads 23-15 over the Chargers. Stick with us here on Bahakel Sports for halftime and highlights right after this.
Max has been practicing to be a professional soccer player his whole life.
I think I broke my knee! I think I broke my collarbone! I can do better. Let me take that from the top.
From your first real urgent care visit to full recovery, Ortho Carolina is there every step of the way.
I think I broke my ALC!
It's ACL.
He's getting really good.
North Carolina Farm Bureau Insurance. We're not just local, we're the best in the nation for the 4th year in a row. Our secret? Treat your car like it's ours and treat you like a friend. Helping you is what we do best.
O'Neill leads Wayne Country 23-15 at the half. Ortho Carolina is proud to serve as the official orthopedic care provider of the NCISAA. Ortho Carolina is committed to empowering those who may be impacted by injuries. In partnership with the Hurt mobile app, Ortho Carolina provides free on-the-go real-time access to orthopedic specialists 365 days a year. Prepare yourself now for those unexpected moments by downloading the Hurt app. Ortho Carolina, committed to being the better choice. O'Neill up by 8 points here at halftime. O'Neill, a team who typically averages 70 points a game. Wayne has been sitting off of them offensively, giving O'Neill time. What has to be better defensively to shut down this O'Neill offense?
You know, the Chargers, they're not applying any ball pressure, and we've seen them sag back into that 2-3. So I'm hoping that they can pick that up ball pressure-wise to get those deflections, get those steals, and then transition to offense.
Ashanti Fox, the leading scorer on the floor right now. 9 points for the Falcons. We will be back with highlights and more right after this break. Stick with us here on BahakelSports.com. Is there highlights? There was highlights yesterday. Okay. No sweat. No, you're good. What do you want us to do in the second one? Okay. And then just chat? Okay. How long do you want us to chat for? Okay. So
Your dad just showed me. He texted some other Peter.
Yeah.
Like, what are you talking about? You texted me last night. How you doing?
Good, how are you? Good.
So this is your off weekends? You come here and do games?
Yeah.
Keep working. How's school?
Pretty good.
Good?
Yeah.
Pretty good?
Yeah.
That's not even good enough for you. What are we doing for spring? Baseball, softball?
Yeah, kind of that. I'm doing like a series for our baseball team, for our videography team. And then in the summer, I'm going to Paris. I'll be covering the Olympics. What? Covering the Olympics this summer. Thank you.
This is through ACC Network?
No, UNC. They're taking the journalism school.
welcome back inside North Raleigh Christian Academy, where O'Neill leads Wayne Country Day 23-13 at the half. The NCISAA is proud to celebrate its 50th anniversary throughout the 23-24 school year. We thank the thousands of students, coaches, administrators, and supporters that have helped make the NCISAA what it is today, and for continuing to support the association's commitment to integrity, sportsmanship, and fair play. Lots of action from the Falcons to start off the game. They got off on a great start. Chargers were able to come back after falling back a little bit defensively and put up some shots from the free throw line. How do the Falcons continue with this momentum in the second half?
I think the Falcons, now you have halftime, you can recollect, get your breath, get some water, and they're probably going to come back out in that full court press. And it's very interesting to see them pressing off a missed basket. Normally you see teams get back after that, but they've been doing an excellent job of picking up that ball, trapping that ball, applying pressure, even off of missed shots.
The high pressure commits players to doing a lot on the floor. How do the Falcons balance staying in that high pressure offense and defense, but also not getting too tired as this game wears on?
I think they might have to do an on and off kind of thing. They might have to, some possessions, fall back into a man or a zone, but then at times during dead balls, you can put that full court press on them and surprise the Chargers like they've been doing to give them that big enough lead.
The Wayne Country Day Chargers leading scorer Jada Vanderhorst sitting on 3 fouls, same as Kennedy Moore for the Falcons. Something to watch for here in the second half. Plenty of action waiting for us here at North Raleigh Christian Academy. It's the 2A NCISAA State Championship game. Stick with us. More action right after the break.
Field turf was built on innovation, dating back to our invention of long-piled infield turf, which revolutionized the industry. Today, we offer a series of game-changing fibers, high-performance infills, sport-specific applications, and smart field technology. Field turf. Let's change the game.
Just because you can't be there for her game doesn't mean you can't be there for her.
A Master of Sport Management degree is an emphasis on studying the business side of sport. Western Carolina gives you the education and advantage. We're located in the Business College, which is AACSB accredited. Our business savvy curriculum, taught by nationally recognized professors, can provide the tools that differentiate students from the crowd. Our curriculum provides a solid foundation of theory, but also the application piece that students today are looking for.
Welcome back inside North Raleigh Christian Academy. O'Neill leads Wayne by 10 points, 8 points, about to start off this second half. Both sides have teams in foul trouble, and Wilson is our official partner, official ball of the NCISAA State Championship. for the Falcons. Kennedy Moore sitting on 3 fouls. The Chargers have Jada Vanderhorst sitting on 3 fouls. How do both sides continue forward with 2 key pieces for their individual sides sitting in compromise spot?
I think we're seeing it a little bit from the Chargers, and Smith is really doing a good job picking up that slack of the inside paint, and on the end for the Falcons, Fox is doing a good job picking it up to play that 1-2 role for the Falcons, but they do need to play very cautiously in the second half.
Shanti Fox, the big piece on the floor this game, leads the entire floor with 9 points, had a big 3-point shot early off in the game and slowly came back with how she drives, but her big piece that she works with is Kennedy Moore. What has that 1-2 punch been able to do successfully for the Falcons?
You know, Fox and Moore have been really playing a good backcourt. They're both up there to press that ball up the ball pressure, but then they're also really good at just passing the ball, finding those open lanes, finding those open shots for one another.
Falcons in no rush, and they'll start off the second half here at North Raleigh Christian Academy, searching for that 2A NCISAA state champion as Johnson takes the shot, hits it.
And that was just a good take, you know, nobody stopped her, nobody stepped up in front, and she just curled right off of that screen.
Smith drives, and she'll be fouled by Judd as she does so.
You can kind of see Smith taking in that leadership role. Now she's bringing the ball up because they still don't have Vanderhorst out there on the floor.
Teeter finds Davis for 3, rebounded by Hamner. Falcons coach looking for them to push it. They do so. Judd underneath, can't connect. Something we didn't see from the Falcons in the first half is that quick out in transition.
Yeah, it was a good pass, but, you know, the Chargers did a good job of getting back on defense. You know, when you run that transition game, you know also how to get back defensively in the transition game.
Smith looking to drive. Rebounded by Davis, misses. Fox will restart it, and a foul against Teeter.
I think that was more of a frustration foul coming out of the half. But, you know, the Chargers, they do need to crash the boards. Davis did a good job, but she cannot be the only one crashing the boards.
Moore. Sitting on 3 fouls for O'Neal. Finds Fox. Judd passes it around, finds Moore in the corner. Too short for the 3. Teeter will slow it down for the Chargers. No high pressure from the Falcons anymore. A little bit of man-to-man from the Falcons as Davis finds Smith underneath. Passing to Perry for 2.
And that was a good find. Smith, she slowed it down. She did that pump fake, got the defense moving, and then that was a good find.
You wanted the Chargers to have more players underneath the basket. They're doing so now.
Yeah, you can see they're running that high-low even in a man, which is interesting to see, but I think it's working for them so far.
Fox will drive and fouled by Teeter. That's Teeter's 3rd foul of the game.
And you can see Teeter's a little bit frustrated because her teammates aren't telling her where the screen is coming from. So she doesn't know where to go. She can't stay in front of Fox, and Fox is already quick enough to just get past her by 1 dribble.
Fox dribbles around. Long range 2, nails it. Foul from behind by Judd.
And that was actually a good foul by Judd because now they would have had a wide open layup for the Chargers to even chomp down this lead.
5:45 to go in the 3rd quarter. The Falcons now have 2 players with 3 fouls. How does the way they want to play change a bit going forward?
I think now they're going to have to do what the Chargers did in the first half, and that's sag off. They're going to have to play as if they have a comfortable lead, which is typically not good. You want to carry over that lead.
Mishandle by Davis.
That was a good call by Coach Taylor to have some ball pressure, but not too much where Fox could get her next foul.
Fox looks to drive inside, does so, hits that long range two again. Fox with now 13 points, leading the floor as Smith breaks through the press all by herself. 2 players from the Chargers going for it, nobody comes up with it.
You know, you can see the frustration on the Chargers, but that was a good job by Smith breaking the press, but now somebody has to tell her to slow down. You have to get the ball in a ball handler's hands.
Shanti Fox, the junior guard, continues to do it all by herself, hits the three.
And that was just a good two-man game. She comes off the screen, her defender decides to sag. I don't know why she wanted to leave her open, but she did.
Teeter, Vanderhorst can't control it. Fox will restart it. Fox has now taken full command of the offense for O'Neal. Not even looking for somebody to pass it off to because all of her shots are hitting. Fox for three again. Hits it. 2 threes in a row from Fox, and the Chargers will call a timeout.
And that, I don't know what that was, but they need to communicate on screens. Her defender, Teeter, is sagging off. You can't sag off of a shooter when her shots are falling.
Chargers not stepping to Fox, and Fox will continue to hit those threes for the Falcons. Now the Falcons take a commanding lead, 35-17 over the Chargers. Chargers now speaking with their head coach and Latina Thomas. If you're Coach Thomas, who's the right person to step to Fox in those moments?
I think they need to go back to Smith and Davis running that two-man game. They had Davis bringing the ball up, or Smith would bring the ball up, and then you find that open man. Smith does a great job cutting to the basket, so she just needs to make sure she stays composed, and Davis really needs to get an offensive flow going.
Chargers back out on the floor, waiting for O'Neal to take the floor as well. A lot of confidence from the Falcons. That's exactly how the first half started. Wayne Country was able to come back. Vanderhorst quickly finds Smith all by herself. Smith, 2v1, misses. Rebounded by Davis. O'Neal will win it back. Fox will take her time. Fox dribbles around the perimeter, finds Mayhew to Moore for three. Hits it!
O'Neal's doing a great job of just passing that ball around. You either have a screen or the Chargers are just really having a lot of miscues on defense.
Falcons have everyone with a hot hand right now. Moore hits her her first three of the game. Shemdrick misses. Hamner takes it down the floor, finds Moore, who can stay with it. Stripped away by Davis. Underneath finds Vanderhorst. Not able to connect. Go off the hands of Hamner. Just what the Chargers needed is a moment in their favor.
You know, I'm loving the hustle plays from the Chargers, but, you know, they just have to slow down. You can get caught up in this moment, but right now you just got to take a deep breath and just go back to what you know.
Take a media timeout here from North Raleigh Christian Academy, where O'Neal leads Wayne Country 38-17, an 11-point lead by the Falcons, the largest lead that they've had all game. Chargers take the floor. They'll have the ball now this time. Okay, do you want me to do a read or? Okay.
We would graciously like to remind everyone at the conclusion of this contest, the NCISAA does not allow court storming for the safety of the players, coaches, and
Welcome back inside North Raleigh Christian Academy, where O'Neill leads Wayne Country 38-17. Just over 3 minutes to go in third quarter action. Chargers will get the ball back. Now that they're underneath their own hoop, what has to work in this offense for them to start getting points?
And you see they have Smith and Vanderhorst on the floor, so I would love to see some screen action going from both of them.
Vanderhorst for two, misses. Davis puts it back up and hits it.
And that was good by Davis. She didn't leak out to the three or anything. She stayed there and just waited for the shot to go up for the rebound.
Well-run play by the Chargers. That connects. Cut this lead by the Falcons just down to 9. Fox taking her time 1v1 against Davis. She'll lose it. Davis 1v1 the other way. Fox will take the charge, and it'll be a foul instead against Fox. Rather, that'll be a foul against Davis. Good charge by Fox. Had to do so, though. She did lose the ball. Had to redeem herself in that moment. Fox looking for Moore. Moore will drive, kick it across. Chargers restart it, finds Teeter. Smith drives, rebounded by Moore. Moore will hit it off of Vanderhorst. Found herself in a trap position that she couldn't get out of. Shanti Fox, player who's got 7 to 8 offers on the table. Some of them include Elon and Rutgers. Mayhew in the corner for Moore. Moore for 3. Makes it for O'Neill.
O'Neill's they're doing what they did at the beginning of the game, being patient, finding that open shooter, and they're just really doing a good job swinging the ball. It's interesting to see if the Chargers are going to come out of that defense.
Chargers have been able to share the ball in offense. Connecting underneath the basket is where O'Neill's had the upper hand as Vanderhorst hits the N1.
And that was a good entry pass. We said they had to work inside out for the Chargers, and that's what they're doing. And so hopefully this gets Vanderhorst going.
Vanderhorst go to the free throw line. Try and cut down this 22-point lead by O'Neill. Moore for 3 again. Too much. Leafler will come up with the rebound, tipped away. Vanderhorst will corral it. Inside to Vanderhorst, gets fouled.
And you see Davis and Vanderhorst running that two-man game like we talked about in the beginning. They're trying to find each other and get something going for their team.
Vanderhorst goes back to the free throw line for the Chargers. The semifinal win over Rocky Mount for the Chargers was a close game all game long, but they eventually pulled away in the fourth quarter. So it's this Wayne school who knows how to play really intense basketball when it matters.
And that's going to be crucial coming up. You know, they're going to have the stamina to build up in that fourth quarter and hopefully make a comeback.
Vanderhorst cuts this lead down for the Falcons. Just under a minute to go here in the third quarter. Inside of Mayhew, has an option for Hamner. It's in.
And that was a great pass. You know, Mayhew could have had that shot at the free throw line, but that was also a good cut by Hamner.
Davis takes the shot, misses. Hamner gets the last touch. The Chargers will stay with it.
You can see Davis really wanted that to go in to get something going, but let's look at like that pass from Mayhew. That was a good cut by Hamner, and that just, you have to talk on defense if you're the Chargers. Communication is a big factor right now.
Falcons showing they have a lot of experience together with their really good ball movement here in the third quarter. Cedric finds Teeter. Another press from the Falcons. Davis can't hit the three. Fox in a little bit of pain after that last play, but she is all good to go. Piece that O'Neal must have on the floor in the fourth quarter. 20 seconds of action here from North Raleigh Christian Academy, then 8 more minutes to go in the 2A state championship game. Foul will be called against Hamner again.
And that was a little bit of a late call. You can see her kind of hip check her a little bit, but
offensive foul called on number 40.
8 seconds. Ball out to Teeter for three. Misses. Smith with the last shot of the third quarter, and it will not go in. So Falcons will stay in charge of the lead, 43-24 over the Chargers. 8 minutes left to go here. Stick with us on BahakelSports.com.
Oh man, there's nothing I love more than a good trail mix. But a mountain bike trail, not so much. Oh hey, my pedal. Wonder where the other one is.
From urgent care to your full recovery, Ortho Carolina is there every step of the way.
Good day though. Good day.
Being local matters. It's why we have local agents whose hometown is your town. And that's why we're proud to have North Carolina in our name. North Carolina Farm Bureau Insurance, helping you is what we do best.
Welcome back inside North Raleigh Christian Academy. It is the fourth quarter left. O'Neal leads 43-24 over Wayne Country. It's the 2A NCISAA state championship game. Ashanti Fox has been a massive lead for the Falcons here today. 19 points for the junior guard. Chargers leading scorer is Kyra Davis with 9 points as Teeter drives, finds Vanderhorst, turns for two.
And that was just a good, strong move by Vanderhorst, you know, turning, finding where the defense is not.
Moore slowing down the offense for O'Neal. Michael drives, goes off the hand of the Chargers. Fox will come back on the floor for O'Neal. Emily Michael will come off. Freshman guard for O'Neal. Fox finds Johnson. Hamner back out to Fox to restart it. You can see the ball movement in that moment. O'Neal's so comfortable with one another.
Yeah, and you can see that they're being smart. Hamner knew that wasn't really an open shot, so all you got to do is just kick it back out to Fox to set up the play.
Coach Thomas yelling at her team to step. Fox just dribbling all day long. So what happens when there's no shot clock in high school. Point guards take full advantage of it if they can.
You know, they have the 5-second.
Some pain from Fox, not putting any pressure on that left leg. Good to see her up on her own 2 feet, though. Foul will be called against Kyra Davis. Fox coming off the floor. Walking okay, but got to take those precautionary moments, put Judd on the floor. Moore switches the floor for Mayhew for 3. Johnson will rebound right underneath. Misses. Judd dribbles back out. Hamner inside. Can't control it. It'll be a jump ball.
You can see O'Neal getting a little bit frazzled right now. Their top point guard is out. They don't really have, Moore doesn't have anybody to work with at that top.
Now that Fox is out, she's the leading scorer for the Falcons. 19 points as Moore looks to take a shot. Instead, she'll throw it across the floor. Teeter goes out quickly, finds Davis underneath the basket, can't connect. Moore, 1v2, will slow it down. Johnson for 3. Hamner will strip her. Cedric will come in. Davis. And that'll be a foul against Kennedy Moore. Moore's 4th foul of the afternoon.
And you know, if I was Moore, I would have let her have that layup. Just get it and get it out the bucket, out the basket, and just set up our offense. You don't really need that 4th foul with 5 minutes left.
17-point lead for the Falcons. 5:46 left to go. Pretty comfortable if you're the Falcons team as Smith receives it underneath. Misses. Vanderhorst can't put it away. Coach Thomas wants her daughter and Kyra Davis to step as hard to Fox as she can. Fox has been killing a lot of time with the ball in her hands at the point. Moore finds Judd inside. Will get fouled. Vanderhorst knows it. Rather, that's Smith. Smith in her 1st foul of the afternoon. Timeout will be called by the Chargers. O'Neal leads Wayne Country 43-26. We'll be back with more action in the 4th quarter. But first, don't miss your chance to customize and purchase official NCISAA state championship merchandise by visiting the basketball page on NCISAA.org. Northwest Designs is the official merchandise partner of the NCISAA. We'll stay here for for timeout. You see Coach Thomas looking to her team right now, getting everyone on the same page. It's been Fox. She'll dribble the ball up and then she'll hold on to it until somebody steps. What does the pressure have to be from the Chargers?
The pressure, you see they switched to a man defense, so now it's up to Davis to get into Fox's in her area, in her space, to make sure she can't get in front of her, get that 5-second call. In high school, we don't have a shot clock, but you do have a 5-second call. So if she's not going anywhere, that can be a crucial turnover. And it's interesting to see Fox. She's still limping a little bit from that cramp. So it's interesting to see if they'll make Moore the primary ball handler.
Fox sitting on 19 points. Kennedy Moore right behind her has hit multiple threes in this game. Coach Taylor has that duo to her advantage. They can both play the point. They can both play guards on this team. And it has worked in their favor all game long. Judd will go to the free throw line for the first time today. 2 shots. Judd hits her first. The senior forward has a nose for the ball, and Coach Taylor describes her as a player who has a great vertical leap. She could jump as high as the possibility to jump out of the gym. Judd isn't able to make that second free throw attempt. So having a player like Maura Fox on your team and then a player like Judd, who you don't have the height, but she can play underneath the post, is a pretty big triple threat for a team.
Yeah, and you can see Vanderhorst and Smith have to find her at all times, and you have to just box her out in the paint.
Cedric for the shot, misses. Vanderhorst will stay with it. Not in time, she'll step out of bounds.
The Chargers need to look more inside. That's the reason they were able to get into this game, was their inside paint points. So let's not look for the 3, let's look for more of the 2s.
Moore beats Cedric. Fox. O'Neal able to break through. Pass from Mayhew, finds Johnson in the corner. Teeter breaks it up. Fox grabbing that right lower leg. Slow to get off the floor. And that will leave Hamner to come on the floor for Fox. You had talked about how when Fox is on the floor, there's a little bit of confusion from the team because she's such a leader. Who is able to step up as Johnson intercepts that pass. Finds Moore. Vanderhorst with the steal. Out to Davis. Davis 1v1 for an easy 2.
That was smart by Moore, no foul. Let her get the layup, just let us get into an offensive set.
Chargers still playing off defensively against O'Neal. Mayhew dribbling through, finds Hamner. Moore stays with it. And another foul against the Chargers. Teeter will get her 4th foul of the day. Media timeout between O'Neal and Wayne Country. O'Neal leads 44-28 over the Chargers. We will be back right after this.
Max has been practicing to be a professional soccer player his whole life.
I think I broke my knee! I think I broke my collarbone! I can do better. Let me take that from the top.
From your first real urgent care visit to full recovery, Ortho Carolina is there every step of the way.
I think I broke my ALC!
It's ACL.
He's getting really good.
Their families matters. That's why we're a proud supporter of NCISAA, whether it's supporting student athletes or giving back to local communities. North Carolina Farm Bureau Insurance is here when you need us. Welcome back inside North Raleigh Christian Academy, where the Falcons lead the Chargers 44-28. Just under 4 minutes to go in this 2A state title game. Moore against Davis at the point. Moore will beat her, drive, find Judd in the corner. Jump ball between the two sides. Vanderhorst able to get her hands on it. Davis, quick to go, finds Teeter. An awkward hand in there from Johnson. Gets her third foul today.
And you can see O'Neal's doing a good job being patient on offense, but on defense they don't need to be as frazzled as they are.
Smith inside, Vanderhorst again for 2. Chargers cut the lead of the Falcons down to 14 points. Moore gets the ball out of the press, continues her dribble, goes for the shot, rebounded by Mayhew for 2. Moore all by herself. Under the basket, has Mayhew, misses again. Ball goes out of bounds. Falcons will receive it. Moore still on the ground for O'Neal. Not something you want to see if you're a Falcons fan. First Fox out on the floor, and now Moore back up on her feet. She'll come off the floor for Emily Michael.
It'll be interesting to see how the Falcons will finish out this game with 2 minutes without their 2 primary ball handlers out.
Michael for a long-range 3. Bounces out. Mayhew there to rebound. Judd dribbles back to the point. Judd dribbles through 2 defenders, throws it up, batted away by Vanderhorst.
You can see the Chargers are trying to attack that the Falcons are missing their 2 primary ball handlers, but in order to do that, they need to apply more pressure and they need to do it fast since they are down double digits.
Mayhew, quick pass. Johnson not able to find Michael to keep it in bounds. Without either primary ball handlers from the Falcons, who needs to step up in order to see out this lead for 2 minutes?
I think you even touched on it. Judd really needs to show she's a senior. She needs to be that leader out there for them on the court. Just slow it down. And on defense, you have to communicate. You have to. You can't lose any of the Chargers players out there on the floor.
Timeout called on the floor between the Falcons and the Chargers. Falcons lead this game by 16 points. Fairly comfortable lead with 2 minutes and 9 seconds left to go in this championship game. What is the message to your team if you're Coach Taylor with your 2 primary ball handlers out?
Right now, if I'm Coach Taylor, I'm telling them waste as much time as we can. Don't force the ball at all. Don't force it up there. If it's not a clean, open look, just bring it back out and let's continue and let's finish and let's win a championship.
Today's broadcast of the NCISAA Basketball State Championship is brought to you by North Carolina Farm Bureau Insurance and Ortho Carolina, the better choice. Just over 2 minutes of basketball to go here from North Raleigh Christian Academy, the 2A NCISAA state champions. And if the Falcons can see this one out, they will rewrite history for themselves. They've been to the state championship 4 times in the last 6 years. Weren't able to get a result. Looking like they're on the comfortable position to get one today. Vanderhorst turns, can't get it. Rebounds it to Cedric. Foul will be called against Davis. Rather, that'll be called against Judd. Davis for 3. Misses. Johnson will collect it for the Falcons. Everyone's telling Michael to slow down. Judd will pull it out. Nobody takes that shot. Judd inside. Ball nearly goes over the basket.
You can see Jed got a little excited there. No defender was out in front of her. I can go up for the shot. But, you know, like we said, she did do a great job of pulling the basketball out and wasting a little bit of time off that clock.
O'Neal had back-to-back opportunities in 2019 and 2020, lost them both. Lost it in 2022. Here they are in 24, looking to clinch one as Cedric in the corner for three. Almost rebounded by Smith. She'll bat it out of bounds.
And that was a clean look by Smith. She was double-teamed. Cedric was open, but they just really have to knock down their threes, which they haven't been able to do all game.
Foul from behind by Teeter. That'll be Teeter's 5th foul of the game. She'll have to come off the floor. Kimber Johnson will come on the floor, the 8th grader for the Chargers. This will be the 5th game that Johnson plays in this season. O'Neal breaks the press. One minute to go here in the 2A state championship final game. O'Neal's in search of their first state title. You can hear it from the crowd. They are so excited for their team.
And this is a big moment. You know, they've had chances to win the title, and finally being able to get that championship is a bittersweet sweet feeling.
You can see it from the Falcons. Fox giving Coach Taylor a massive hug on the sideline. But they're not there yet. 31 seconds left of basketball to be played before a winner is named. A 16-point lead by the Falcons. Moore is back out on the floor for O'Neal. Davis has played a hard-fought game for Wayne Country here today. She has been on the offensive floor, has really tried to slow down the point guards, which is a tall task to do. Ball underneath, not able to connect. Going out quickly is Davis. Davis hits the easy layup, cuts this lead down to just 14 for the Falcons.
You know, I'm loving the Chargers still playing. They're not giving up. That's showing a lot of fight, and who knows, we might even see them back here next year.
Been a great season for the Chargers. 19-17, 8-2 on the conference, but it's the Falcons who get the job done. The Falcons beat the Chargers 46-32 and are crowned the 2A NCISAA state champions in 2024.
You know, impressive effort by the Falcons. They got out there, they applied that ball pressure from the jump. They never got tired, and even when their 2 main ball handlers were out, they were able to just get the win.
Let's take a look at our Farm Bureau player of the game. Falcons Ashanti Fox was outstanding on both ends of the floor here today. 19 points before she had to leave the floor due to injury, and she did it all by herself on the offensive end.
She did, and she did an excellent job. She controlled the pace of the game the whole time. Her shots weren't falling in the first quarter. That didn't matter. She's a shooter. She had confidence in everything, and just love it.
Falcons are the 2023-24 NCISAA 2A state champions. They've been here now 6 times, finally get that result, and that will be it here from North Raleigh Christian Academy. Thanks to our crew, our producer Mike Moore, Kyra McGee, I'm Anna Whitty. The Falcons are the state champions. Thanks so much for joining us here on Bahakel Sports. Plenty of action and more games after this one. Have a good night.